Hi, welcome to Uketronic. Up now we're going to do a ukulele tutorial for this song from 1970 by George Harrison called Isn't It a Pity? Now, I got reintroduced to this song recently by Peter Frampton. Has a very nice instrumental version of this on a recent album. I think it's from 2021. But this is a pretty cool song. It's very simple. It has some really interesting chord changes in here that are really nice and easy to do on ukulele. So that's what we're going to look at today. And also has some changes that could be beneficial just in general. And we'll kind of talk about that maybe at the end. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to do this on both high G and low G. We'll start out with the high G version. Now you can play, there's really only a couple of changes between the two. So this is the simpler version. For the low G, I'm going to look at a couple of different ways to voice a couple of those chords, but you could play either on either instrument. Okay, so it's in the key of G, so you're going to keep coming back to that basic ukulele chord, the G major chord. And then you're going to kind of move away from that to what's essentially an A chord. Now, it looks different on the chart here. First line goes to a C sharp minor 7, which looks like this. Then it moves to kind of a plain C, C major, and then back to G. And you see various kind of variations of that as you go through the four chords there. So you start out with G, move to G diminished 7, which is really just moving that note down one from the top line. So instead of C sharp minor 7, G diminished 7. And then your third chord in this case is a C6, all open strings, and then back to the G. Third line, very similar, starts with G. Then even simpler, just one finger, A7, normal C, G. And then lastly is just a repeat of the second line. All right, so very simple, and this is the kind of song that you can just jam over. Kind of doesn't matter which variant you put in the second slot or the third slot. So you can kind of do, C6, I don't know if C7 would work, but C minor 7 or C major 7, a C6, or just the regular C, standard C major will all work in that third slot. In the second slot, it's kind of the spice chord there. And again, you can use just variations of that. What's really an A7, C sharp minor 7 is kind of a rootless A9, if that makes sense to you, but all related. So let's go ahead and do a playthrough, and yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's switch to low G. For low G, I'm going to use this 5 string, but ignore the 5th string. We're not going to play it today. It's the only one I've got tuned to a low G right now. So ignore the 5th string. So let's go ahead and do this one. Now here, there's 2 changes. Now you can play the chart that I just showed you for the low G. I've got 2 changes here, and it's in the A7 chord and then the C major chord there. So in the 3rd line, instead of going A7 to C like that, I'm voicing that one this way. So I'm probably going to fumble through it a little bit harder. But the point of that is to kind of get away from that G kind of G pedal tone that we're going to hear through the rest of the arrangement there. But again, if you want to go the easy route, that's perfectly fine. But we will give it a try with that different voicing. All right, let's give it a try. Low G. Okay, well, there you go, low G and high G versions of Isn't It a Pity? Now, I'm going to do a longer form of this, and we'll do a backing track, go through it 3 or 4 times. I'll post that separately. If you want to use that as a little bit longer play along, kind of a jam song. So I'll post that as a backing track, and then I'll also add some flute on top, so we'll see what that sounds like. All right, so check those out, and until next time, thanks for your support, Fluketronic.